couple of trout. These are reared trout. You can tell, if it was a wild trout, it would have a more spiked nose. But see there, the nose is more blunt, where it bumps into the side of the tank. And also these fins are smaller. See, little tiny fins where it just hasn't exercised. So you've got to purge the trout just to make sure there's that the intestine is clear and there's no nasties in there. Right, so we come in just by the gills and we work our way down. Right the way back to the anus there. Right, here's the gruesome bit. Right, so that's all the liver and intestines, the whole lot. That's clean. Then we just work your thumb along, just taking out the blood. I'm not too good on anatomy of fish. I'm not sure if that's lungs or what. I assume that's in the gills, but I don't know. I don't know if that's just a swim bladder or something. Right, so we want to do a cut just behind his gills there, through the meat at the top of his head. Roll it over behind the gill. Don't cut through the bone. Don't press too hard. And then we want to go about there, and we want to go about there, and then come from the back to the front and take off the fins. Have these two off as well. It's just easier to get them out of the way while you've got the dead weight of the fish. So we're cut around there. This is all the meat. This is waste. This is waste. So we'll come in. Just work your thumb underneath the ribs, like that. And what you're after looking for is like the cartoon, fish rib bones and head, like from Tom and Jerry and stuff.
Not sure you get a content ID on that. It's the clarity of the eyes as well, just for the freshness. If the eyes are clear,
yeah,
you can be sure that the fish is pretty fresh.
Feel through. Way, there goes the table. Right. It depends how far you want to go and how fussy you are and who you're trying to feed, but just go through and take the bones out that you can. Or just be careful when you're eating it. Spit them out. These are usually quite easy to bone. You can feel them nice and easily.
This pin boning, I mean, a lot of them will reduce down in the cooking anyway. They're just tiny little things.
I've got some bamboo skewers. You can use just hazel twigs, but soak them in water so they don't burn. So I come in, back through, back through. And back through. Flip. In there. And kind of bit of word of warning, these have got to be really fresh to be able to panasse over the fire, because the older it gets, the more the meat's going to deteriorate and fall apart, and you'll end up just dumping it in a fire, which is not what you want. Okay, so we get a stick, keep the pan up a little. Right, just want to sharpen the end of the stick where we stick it in the ground. Like that. And then at the other end, put your knife in the middle like that, and just gently work your way down, trying to keep it even. Now the thing is with hazel, the grain has got a slight spiral to it, so you've got to kind of fight it. There you go. Yep, so you've just got an equal split like that. Right. And you pinch that in there. We've got a bit of a copper wire here. You can use natural cordages, but you can't use anything synthetic like paracord, because it's just going to melt. Give it a good twist. Right, and then I'll just see you over by the fire. Hang on a second. Right. Right, so you want to cook this about. I do this like gas mark 5, which is where you can hold your hand for 5 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, yeah. So it's about here. So stick that into the ground. Forward a bit more. There you go. Then we'll give that about 20 minutes. You'll see it start to brown off and bubble a bit, and then we'll turn over and crisp it back up afterwards. So we'll see you in a minute. Right, in here we've got some sugar snap peas and corn on the cob, and as we was driving, we saw some ransoms by the side of the road. One of the ID tricks of these is, when you bend the leaves actually bruise, because you can mix it up with Lily of the Valley, I think it is. You can mis-ID it, but always, every time you pick one up, just give it a little fold, you'll see if it bruises, and it will stink of garlic. So just put them in there to infuse in the hot water. Yeah, that's good.
Ooh, what's...
I just want to crisp up the skin on the outside. The skin is gorgeous when it's gone. It's got such a nice smoky flavour to it as well. There's that.
You want?
Corn on the cob. On the cob. Some of this water might be easier. I can't really smell that garlic. There's only a few leaves.